All right, I got an important update for AAPL. I'm going to be also talking about the SPY, one of the reasons why Apple's important to look at. But first, let's talk about the Apple setup. We're now at the final stages of the move, but we need to show confirmation and power and strength. And so let's get to the video, people. Apple is a strong focus stock. I will explain the facts in this video and also about the SPY. Listen to this entire video for all the instructions and reasons to increase your odds. Alright, Apple is set up to test 122 to 125. The January 20th 120 calls are good to use. Apple needs to break above 116.80 on some good action volume. Good action volume is 10 million shares on a 30-minute chart. All right, in order to get into Apple at 116.80, we need strong volume, and I'm going to explain. In my previous updates, I talked about that 117.40 pivot point, and for many days, Apple's hit that and pulled back, and then today, they couldn't even attempt to take that out. They pulled back, but again, nothing serious, just simply consolidating for the next push higher. For me, it's a strong focus stock because, as I explained, I think that Apple, Microsoft, and Google are going to help lead the SPY higher. Okay, so SPY higher prices, it can chop itself higher. I still got to make an update. SPY is in the chop zone, but I think things like technology stocks like Apple, Microsoft, and Google will be very good performers if they could confirm. I made an update on Google, and I'm doing a separate update on Apple. So this is what I'm saying in this video. So now let's go take a look at the options for AAPL. All right, this is the closing price for AAPL on December the 22nd. Okay, you can see the price here is 116.29 is the closing price for Apple on December the 22nd. Let's take a look at the January 20th calls now, and we're going to look at the 120 calls. Oop, sorry. This is weird. 1 second. And refresh. No. All right, so let's take a look at the 120 calls. All right, so as you can see, the 120 calls are trading under $1. So I calculate that at this point in time, since we've been waiting and Apple has not been able to confirm, we'll probably be able to enter these calls, if this can confirm very soon, in the $1 area. Okay, and you can see there's a lot of options being traded here, right? So these options can gain 100 to 300% depending on where we get to that 122. But this is again a high odds setup if this can confirm that we're going to go into that 122 to 125 area. Getting to 122, these 120 calls will probably gain at least 150 to 200% gains. But we'll see what the total gains are. The first step is for confirmation, and then we'll see the action and all that stuff. But you can see it's a lot of options here being traded. If one wants to take, even these spreads are the 118 calls you may want to look at. 118 January 22nd calls could be used. The spreads are pretty good, right? So they could be used. But, for some people, if you want to use the 120s, you can use the 120s, right? Smaller accounts. If you want to use the 115s, you can use the 115s. A lot of great volume in this. It's tight spread. And this will probably trigger at around 320 to 330, right? So the 115 calls could be used as well. The best one to use is either the 115 calls under confirmation or the 120 calls if you just want, a better and less expensive. You have a smaller account. So let's go back to the chart here. So the key here is if this, let's get back to this part here. So Apple needs to break above once on some good action volume. So to get in at this point here, we want, if not, we want to watch this base above 116.80, okay? And look for power towards a break of the 117 area to the 117.50 area. Okay, so basically, if we get above 118 and they base it above it, and they show a lot of power through, let's say 117.10, one might take a thing. If not, we'll be watching above, basing above 117.80 and looking for a power push through 117.50. Breaking 117.50 is pretty good alignment for the stock, and that's the beginning of higher prices. Again, you want to look for strength and power. Okay, so if we don't get it at 116.80, then we're looking for basing above 116.80 and a strong power push through 117.10 to 117.5. Okay, so if it doesn't look that strong of a push through 117.10, we're going to look through 117.50. I'm going to make an update if I think it's a buy. I prefer this triggers in the first hour, okay, but Apple is a little bit different. Sometimes we can get good signals later on in the day, but the first hour is where I like to see the signals. We may get it tomorrow, we may not get it tomorrow, we get more consolidation, and sometime next week. Doesn't matter, because the more they consolidate, they're going to give us better prices on the options and more power and pressure. Pay attention to this video plan, study, and let's see where Apple takes us. Wait for confirmation. It's getting better and better and better. I think this is going to be a great trade. It's a strong focus for me. So there you have, people. Now, if you like these plans, follow me on Power Target Trades. You look for a subscribe button at the end of the video. It's going to look like the Sandro Power Target Trades. It's going to have a circular. It's going to be around this area here. I'm going to place it. Simply click on that to automatically subscribe. If you have a problem subscribing, just come to Power Target Trades manually. At the same time, if we click this link, it's going to bring it to my website. Here's my website over here. This is how it looks. Look at this. Power Target. Look at this. And this is nice. This is nice animation in the background, people. Power Target Trades. Isn't this a nice website? You know what? This is a really great documented video. Come to my website and see this Google 300% gains in 3 days and Apple 200% gain. These were the last trades I made, recent trades, not too long ago, in Google. And this is very well documented, showing the entry to the exit points and explanations for both of these stocks. This is a great video. Find it on my website, Power Target Trades, people. A great look at this. Isn't that nice? Look at this. Look at this water flowing nice. Paradise Gains. Ah, yeah. Sunshine. Look at this nice looking website. All right, people. So don't forget here to subscribe to Power Target Trades, and don't forget, I'm on Power Trigger Trade. Follow me on Power Trigger Trade on StockTwits and Power Trigger Trade on Twitter. You can find all the links easily through my website, the Power Trigger Trade on Twitter, and of course, you can find me easily by Power Trigger Trade on StockTwits. So there you have, people. Thanks for listening. Like the video.